Hello, morning from Hotspot System. Bad news is I forgot my calendar and everything at home, so I think today is the 19th. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. I just need to look at my phone. Is it dark? Can you see? Anyway, I'm wearing my little witchy hat today. I usually have on like a beanie or, cat ears that we wear as bat ears. Hopefully our boss isn't going to make us take it off. Anything with like skulls or like star pentagram type thingies, he won't really let us wear. It's kind of funny. Thanks to our boss though, we were able to get breakfast this morning. Yay. So we got McDonald's. And I got to get my favorite drink, large mocha frappe with a shot of espresso. Perfect. Anyway, so we're here early, of course, like always. We're always early wherever we go, pretty much, almost all the time. When we're late, then we know that something's wrong. So I was talking to my DID mentor the other day. Yesterday, in fact. Not the other day. It was yesterday. The other day. Yeah. Yesterday. And, I was telling him how, like, we don't... Like, our system doesn't completely go back. Like, we just dissociate throughout the whole day. So like somebody could ask, what did you do this morning before work? And we're like, I don't know. Go through a day of work, we get home. What did you do at work today? I don't know. Like, yeah, you have the little stuff that you do, but to like specifically ask like what you did, or, my boss will ask me like, do you remember from yesterday? And I'm like, nope. Don't remember. Sorry. But, because it's like, before I knew I had DID and I would hear, the voices of my alters and things, and they would tell me, like, kind of what our inner world looks like or where they were from. I was like, wow, it sounds really cool. It's really neat. But, like, I guess Lex is closest to the body's identity. Have never gone back into the headspace. One time when we were like 15, we were fixing to get in a fight with our sister. Like, our sister and I were in an argument, and then she like went to throw hands or slap me or something, and I just blacked out. It just went dark for a few moments. And when I came back to, I had her hair wrapped around my hands, holding her head back. And I had my fist up in the air, like ready to punch her. And I heard the voice say, because I was coming back to, and I heard it say, you want to do this? Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? You're ready to fight? Like, are you sure you're ready? And I remember the fear in her eyes, and she was like, no. And so I just like let her go very calmly. I walked into my room and I cried at like 15 because I didn't know what was going on. Now that I'm older and realize that I have DID, that was one of my protectors obviously coming out, being like, bitch, you gonna fight this bitch? You're gonna get somebody else up in here. So that was kind of like my first experience with that. And then I had a seizure once, and I actually, when I went under, actually woke up underneath. Under in like your subconscious or whatever, wherever your brain goes when you have a seizure. I woke up underneath there, and it was all darkness, and it was so dark, and it was like so peaceful. I wanted to stay there for like ever. And I did a couple of things to make sure that I was like, I'm still me, right? Like, I woke up down here, but am I me? Like, and to cut the story short, I saw kind of in the distance a little bit. Now it's all dark, it's all black underneath here, but in the distance I saw like almost like a wall and somebody peeking around the corner, like looking, and they were like, who is down here? Like, you just entered my world and you're not supposed to be here. And I was like, I know I just passed out and like had a seizure, and I know I'm in my brain, and I just woke up inside my brain, and there's someone here, and they're not supposed to be here. And it was like, so I want to say like maybe we talked for a little while, but then like when I came back to, like, I don't remember what we like talked about ever or anything. So I want to say like those two experiences is like my first experience, real dissociation, and then meeting an altar in the darkness. But like I said, there was like, it looked like it was peeking behind a wall. So apparently what they tell me as far as like we have houses and there's like ships and battleships and things like that, like we really do have houses. So I could have woke up underneath in one of the houses, you know, down like a channel of where we all come from or something like that. I don't know how it works. What was my whole point of telling you all this? Because we were talking to our DID mentor. I don't know. We just realized that like our altars have altars. Like some of them are like freaking psychic. Like what they tell me is gonna happen happens, whether it's like 3 months later, 6 months later, 1 year, or 3 to 5 years down the road. Like it still happens. So that right there, he was like, well, it kind of sounds like a superpower whenever you think about it. And I'm like, yeah, and it is, and it's cool, but then at the same time, it's very disorienting and very tiring because you're constantly dissociating throughout the day and hearing these thoughts of these things, like these people that you know are going to get divorced. I'm like, what? And then some other stuff is like before, I kept hearing burn house burn. And I was like, oh, my house isn't going to burn down. All the electrical sockets and everything is good. I'm not going to purposefully burn down my house. If I accidentally burn down my house, then okay. And then I actually heard that for about 3 weeks. Then one day I woke up and I was like, all right, it's been 3 weeks of this. It's been nothing but on my mind, freaking out like every day when I pick up my daughter and go home. Like, are we going to have a home, or is it going to be burnt to the ground? So I wake up one morning and I'm like, enough. Whatever this is, just get it off my mind. I'm done with it. And that morning we go to Walmart to get some snacks for her little class and stuff. And 2 ladies at the register caught my attention. I said my quick little prayers and, you know, stuff to the universe, positive thoughts or whatever, good vibes, you know, to them. And I didn't even notice the other people that were in line. This lady strolled up behind me on her little, you know, remote wheelchair that they have at Walmart. And she was like, we were talking for a little bit. And then she'd asked me a question, and then in the middle of me answering her question, she cut me off and was like, you see those 2 ladies right there at the register? And I was like, yeah, you know, I saw them whenever I walked up. She goes, their house burnt down last night. And I was just like, anybody else hearing this right now? Like, universe, God, gods and goddesses, anybody out there? Like, do y'all realize what's going on right now? So that was fun to experience. So yeah, it's kind of like a superpower, but then, you know, how they always say it's like it's a blessing gifts that you have, and then people have the blessings of the gifts are like, no, it's a curse. So it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. which I would rather go through and have that gift to deal with rather than it be placed on someone else, because it is a burden. But we believe that it's our burden. It's our gift. We bear that burden. We share that burden. It's a part of our story. It's part of our life. So yeah, all of that came out with our mentor. And so yeah, basically knowing us and getting in our life is very interesting. And I was like, if you ever need to talk to anybody, or you're feeling sad, or you're feeling stuck, you can call me. And he was like, oh, for sure. And I was like, because it's always like there's something going on with me every time you talk. And he's like, talking to you is definitely entertaining. And I was like, yes, we're entertaining. Awesome. So, we've always been considered unique, a little wacky, a little out there. People call us a little crazy, a little daredevil. Well, welcome to somebody who has DID with all of these different alters of the alternate states of the brain that will do all kind of crazy shit. Wild, we call it. We're just wild. Yeah, so I guess that's it for morning randomness this morning, while we wait to enter work to get some extra hours. Yay. I've got my moon necklace on. It kind of matches my star and moon shirt. I do have, and look, I have my little Harry Potter necklace. So I got that on, and my pinnacle is actually tucked in my shirt so that it's not out and my boss and nobody else can see it, which kind of makes us happy because it's like this secret that we're carrying around all day, that helps us like get through the day and everything. But yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Peace out. Hotspot system from Skylar and Riker and Blair. They wanna say hi. So I guess who's been talking this whole time is possibly Zyla. Our Lex is closest to the regular normal identity, birth identity, whatever. Alright, so peace out. Love y'all. Have a fantabulous expialidocious day.